presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Phil in Puerto Rico. Hey, Phil, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, doing great. Just wanted to thank you guys and the whole crew. Best content on the internet. Really appreciate everything you guys are doing.
We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Phil, how did you find us?
I just typed in live trading in YouTube one morning.
Cool.
I was looking for any type of live trading room. You guys came up, and
awesome.
I know quality when I see it, or at least I like to think so. And I mean, you guys are just a dream. I appreciate everything you guys do.
Welcome to the Tiger family. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us.
My pleasure.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great week, folks. Always do your best. Surrender and let go of the past. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you're allowing yourself to be fully alive in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right here, right now. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 240, NASDAQ down 42, S&P's up 14.5, gold contract up $15, trading at $18.23 an ounce. You got silver up 70 cents, $21.70 an ounce. Light sweet crude up $3.19, $113.67 a barrel. Notes and bonds. The 10-year note up 15 ticks, trading 119.21. The 30-year up 22 at 139.25, and King Dollar. King Dollar's down 414 ticks at 104.149. Euro at 104. Yen at 129, the British pound at 123 to 1 U.S. dollar. Let's get over to our man, Mr. Dave Mazza. Dave is the head of product and managing director at Direction, folks. And, of course, you're on our website right now. You can hit that Direction banner, go over to the Direction website, and take a look at their featured funds, their ETFs. Bottom line, they have a lot of different vehicles, folks, that you can protect yourself in this market. Dave Mazza, welcome back to TFNN.
Hey, thanks for having me back. Pleasure to be here.
Hey, let me ask you, man. I see that, I love how busy you are, Dave. I mean, you just don't stop, meaning, moving, and making sure that people, whether you're a bull or a bear, have something that they can help, to me, basically help their portfolios. Let's talk a little bit about, because we know we're in inflation, and I know you get a couple new ETFs here, the TIPD and the TIPL. Talk to me. This is like trading the tips market, whether you're bullish or bearish, right?
Yeah, no, exactly right. So TIP L and TIP D. TIP L is a 2x daily bull fund. TIP D is a 2x daily bear fund. And what these funds are intended to do, like our other leveraged inverse ETFs, is provide amplified exposure, both to express a bullish view and a bearish view. But what's interesting is, I think as many people know, historically, tips were not considered a volatile asset class, nor were treasuries.
Right.
But what's going on with interest rates and what's going on with the inflation numbers that we're seeing, that's all changed. We know fixed income has underperformed sharply this year. So if someone's either looking at trade inflation numbers, trade what's happening with real yields, TIP L and TIP D can serve those products for them.
Nice, which is really, and folks, it's really easy to take a look at those products. Just hit the banner on TFNN, bring you right over there. Now, let's talk about a little gold here, because, bottom line, what happens in the gold market, folks, of course, it's been getting smoked, no doubt about that. And in the gold market, Direction has basically nugget and has dust. Well, dust has been doing very good. There's no two ways about that, man. Now, and what I was reading, Dave, and I guess it probably happened with the bull fund also, is that, last week, the GDX, I mean, the amount of money that came out of that was phenomenal. So, bottom bottom line, folks, okay, the gold market today, we were looking for that 1788. It hit 1785. We rejected it. So when we're looking at that market, Dave, the inflows and outflows, do you see inflows and outflows that quick? Meaning that, we got it moving today, okay? But like the GDX is saying that they had so many outflows last week, it was pretty amazing, actually, and of course it was going down.
Yeah, so, one of the areas that we tend to look at for somewhat of a read on sentiment is both the trading volume, so really increases and decreases in trading volume of our ETFs, especially because they're really intended to be trading tools, and then whether that feeds through to actual inflows. And what's interesting, but also paying attention to your point to the 1 beta ETF or kind of the whole ecosystem.
Yes.
Many folks were looking at inflation this year, assuming the price of gold would perform much better than it has. Then, in turn, gold mining stocks, which have a high beta to the price of gold, although they're, of course, sometimes you have to remind ourselves they are still stocks.
Yes.
But they do trade a little bit differently than other groups of stocks because of their connectivity to the price of gold. Have not performed up to expectations. So we're seeing a real increase in activity on our bear funds. So that's in particular Dust and then J Dust to provide to be that hedging tool or to take actually a negative view on gold mining stocks because those offer amplified exposure, but the inverse of what GDX's index and GDX's J's index is doing on a daily basis.
Right. Like if we look at Dust, folks, Dust in the last 3 weeks, gone from the $10 level, and basically last Wednesday we hit 1893. The cool thing about the ETF structures that you have is that you can move with them. That's the bottom line. I know how many people love short and gold, and they've done very well until they don't, like anything else, I guess, But this has been quite a. Now let's talk about the SPX a bit, okay? Because that, no doubt, coming down in the marketplace. You get a lot of people that have protected themselves on the way down. So it's going to be really intriguing, going out in the future to see, okay, where's this S&P really want to go?
Yeah, look, I think, we have some folks coming out, calling for a bottom. Some folks, saying that it's time to take a more risk-on tone. I think just purely by the technicals, that's not necessarily clear to me. But that's it's
not clear to any of us for sure.
Right, exactly. So, but what I can tell you, at least from what we're seeing, is for heading into this year, the ratio of bull assets to bear assets.
Right.
So that is, basically was never higher in the history of the Direction family.
Wow.
Meaning, historically, you would see it, not always 50-50, but closer. It did totally change. We're seeing that in the last week come back big time. So big interest in the bear funds as people are looking to protect themselves in this market.
That's great information. Isn't that cool how the markets move, Dave? I mean, it's amazing. And, through these cycles, folks, the bottom line, pay attention because, once you see a cycle, the next cycle's a little bit easier. Dave, thank you so much. Have a great one, safe one. We look forward to seeing you 2 weeks from today.
Talk soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. In a time of booming inflation, where your purchasing power is eroded, there's no better place to protect your hard-earned money than in gold. Vista Gold's flagship asset is the Mount Todd Gold Project in the Northern Territory of Australia. This is Australia's largest undeveloped gold project. We are talking a world-class gold project in a Tier 1 mining district. This is a large-scale, low-cost project with significant existing infrastructure in a politically safe and friendly mining jurisdiction. Vista Gold just completed the Mount Todd feasibility study, which resulted in a 7 million ounce gold reserve and a 16-year mine life. All of this combined with the approvals of all major operational as well as environmental permits. This distinguishes Mount Todd as an attractive, de-risked partner, ready development stage gold project. Vista Gold trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol VGZ.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the markets open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN. Educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com. Educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 120. NASDAQ is down 104. S&P is off 4.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, as we do each and every Monday at 20 past the hour. And don't forget, folks, Steve has an outstanding show here every trading day. 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Also a great newsletter, which is very easy to get. Mastering Probability. Now, the way you get Mastering Probability, come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to go right under newsletters. You see it on the right-hand side. You just hit subscribe. You can get Mastering Probability for 1 month for $149. 6 months for $695, which is a savings of $199 or 22%. And 1 year, $11.95, which is a savings of $593 or 33%. Now, folks, they all come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you're checking it out, you know, you can look at the 6 month, you can look at the year. Works for you in the end of the month, great. Okay, you can keep it. It doesn't, guess what? You get your money back. And it's a great newsletter, folks. Bottom line, each and every day, Steve's going through this market. Steve Rhodes, what's going on?
Well, I'm kind of disappointed. No Game 7 for you and I to watch tonight.
Yes, I know.
How about that? 5 Game 7s over the weekend for those of you that are hockey fans out there, which is really the ultimate.
No, especially whole different ball game, right?
Yeah, and now we've got Tampa versus the Panthers. So we got to come up with some kind of name for that, you know, like the Thrill in Manila.
I'm with you.
You know, it used to be like, you know, if it was Orlando, it could be the I-4, but we don't really have a direct corridor that would connect Tampa to Sunrise, the area where the Panthers play. But it should be great. Should be great tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it.
And the amazing thing is, when you think about it, when you go back in time, folks, you know, like Steve's from Detroit, great hockey city. I'm from Boston, great hockey city. Florida, folks, is such an amazing hockey state. It's unbelievable. It really is.
Absolutely.
I mean, you should see how many. I mean, you know. Fans are here. It's unbelievable. I just got off the elevator because, you know, we had a couple floors here, and you know, the guys are getting on. They were all excited. They're there all weekend. You know what I mean? Getting a hotel room, even though that they were only like 20 minutes away. But I can understand why. So pretty wild.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you're feeling better, man. You're a trooper. That's yeah.
Well, I tell you, bronchitis for this.
Yeah.
I think I've had it before, but this time around, the way that it affected my my glands or my tubes or what have you,
right.
I would walk up a flight of stairs and be just totally out of breath.
Oh, isn't that weird?
I never felt it. You know, I mean, I after the second day of that, immediately went to my cardiologist.
Yeah.
You know, like you got to check this out, see what the heck is going on here.
Yeah.
I mean, during COVID, I never.
Listen, man, I know what you're saying. And folks, if you don't know what he's saying, that's a beautiful thing. But I had that happen to me a few years ago. I said, what just happened here, man?
Totally.
It never happens. I was going a half a block. And I said, okay, something's wrong here, man. Yeah.
Especially when I started feeling like chest pain, which was just because of the inflammation. So, the good news is drugs and stuff like that help to knock it out. So I'm just dealing with the remnants of it. But
now you sound good now, man. Totally.
Thank you. Hey, I thought we'd talk just a little bit about Japanese candlestick history out here.
Okay, cool.
There's a guy named Yoda Kayan. I'm sure I mispronounced it, but he's the guy that actually began trading with Japanese candlesticks. He was a successful war merchant. He had a great ability to transport, to distribute, to set the price, and really became well known. And he did this out of his front yard in the 1600s. Unfortunately, he became really wealthy. Unfortunate because the military government back then, 1600s, led by the shogun, decided to relieve him of all of his fortune because they believed that he was living above his social rank and lifestyle.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of other guys that came in there. I know they were watching what he was doing. Other merchants, they tried to corner the rice market. Those folks were punished by having their children executed out there. So that's kind of like the history. Yeah, I know. That's the history of Japanese.
The human race, man.
Exactly. It's insane. But still today, if you are in Osaka, you can actually visit. There's a plaque out there. You can visit what used to be his front yard.
Wow.
It's got a nice, plaque out there to cover that. Japanese candlesticks, folks, they're just simply one way for buyers and sellers to communicate to you and I. Tom talks about volume and swing points. That's a way that a market communicates. Japanese candlesticks are another way that a market communicates. Japanese candlesticks are easy to understand. They communicate the health of the market. They identify early indications of a change in trend. They provide us with nice, unique insights out there. They're really great tools. And folks that subscribe to Mastering Probability, there's a workshop that's out there that'll take them through that. The misconception with regard to Japanese candlesticks is that you can't just trade on them alone. The way that you want to do that is integrate this into the different patterns or indicators that different people use. Here's an example of some of the bullish candlesticks that are out there. Now, if you take my workshop, I'm going to show you the exact 7 that you need to focus on. And the cool thing about that, Tom, is if you get either the 7 bullish or the 7 bearish, that's all you need to know, because just the opposite. So if you get the 7 bullish, it's just the opposite for the 7 bearish out there. So very easy, but extraordinarily helpful. So why are we talking about Japanese candlesticks? Because last week. And if we take a look at this, the weekly chart for the NQ. And the weekly chart for the NQ formed a Gartley buy pattern. And it did that when so for me in my work in the A to B equals CD folklore language out here, when you get to that price target area, you start looking for a bullish, in this case here with the market moving down, a bullish reversal candle. And that's what we got last week, which was a hammer candle. Now, what's interesting about this kind of blew my mind when I started taking a look at it last night. It's the first weekly Gartley buy pattern that has formed since the 2009 low.
That's amazing, man. Yeah.
I was like, we've had them on the daily basis, and we had one on the weekly base that formed back in 2018, but it never confirmed with a bullish hammer candle. So for my work, this is the very first Gartley buy in this pattern. The ES did the same thing. You see the hammer candle out here, so I'm drawing in essence the A to B leg, and then I've got to connect it to the C to D leg out there. The weekly S&P 500. So we were taking a look at the ES Mini before. This is the S&P 500. It did the same thing. And the S&P 500 on a daily basis completed a buy the D point pattern, and it does that with a bullish 3-river morning star. So a three candle formation out there. So we've got a weekly Gartley buy pattern, a daily buy the D point. The ES Mini also formed a buy the D point. It did it with a bullish engulfing candle out here. So this is at the completion of a pattern out here, and that's really where the Japanese candlesticks are used to our advantage. So the market's been trying to hammer out a bottom, and if a bottom is forming, the markets are going to need help from the euro. And the reason is that if we see a close below, it should really a close below 1.034, there is no floor underneath this, and the euro will likely head down to the 2,000 lows. And if it heads down to the 2,000 lows, what we should see is like we have in the 2000 timeframe when our U.S. markets ran higher, as we've really seen since the 2009 bottom, is European capital flowing to the U.S. So if the euro cracks that 103 level, we really should see a rush of capital, not only just inside the U.S. dollar, but inside the U.S. Stock market out there. And then lastly, what I'll do, since you were talking about gold before, I'm going to change screens here. And so this is kind of like a live situation of Japanese candlesticks. And if you look in the lower left,
yes,
what we have is the A to B equals C that they talked about for gold.
Yeah.
Price pulled back to a breakout level. This is something else that I teach, the 1791.60 level. And right now, we've got a bull sash candle. Here is a confirmed by the D point for gold. What gold should do is at least get up to the 1849 level. If we can clear 849, then we're off to the races. So that's our... Yeah, absolutely.
And folks, it's very easy to get us newsletter. Come over to our website at TFNN. You can go into newsletters. You're going to see maximum probability right on the right-hand side. Hit that button, and you start moving the right direction. Steve, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks,
Take
man.
care.
Stay right there, folks. Coming back with that man, Mr. Larry Pesavento.
If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
TFNN has just launched their new trading room, the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. And now they are expanding their reach with the Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. In the Tiger's Den, you can look over the shoulders of Tom O'Brien and the other TFNN hosts while they analyze charts during their live Tiger TV programs, and join an interactive trading community with hundreds of members exchanging ideas. Interact with other tigers and tigresses as they share trading ideas, news analysis, and discuss the market action all trading day, even at night and on the weekends. The Tiger's Den at Discord is accessible on mobile or tablets as well, so it's always at your reach. To sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders, just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 94. Nasdaq's down 110. S&Ps are down 675. Let's look at this. We got to go over this crypto monitor for a few minutes. There's a story, folks, on Tommy talked about it this morning on his program. And if you Google Bloomberg, Google basically Terra's implosion, you'll get it. I'm gonna go through this slowly for a bit so everyone can kind of get this, because the thing that is amazing. Okay, the name of the article, folks. Let me pull it up for you right here. Okay, so the name of the article is Crypto Hedge Fund Head Predicted Terra's $60 billion implosion. The thing that's a mind blower is that, to me, it seemed like this took so long for a writer to basically come up and explain in simple terms that we all can understand exactly what crypto is. And the guy that's explaining this, okay, has a bottom line, he has a crypto hedge fund himself, okay? And he's explaining that every crypto basically is a Ponzi scheme. That's how they work, okay? It's a lot easier if you just go over and read this explanation of how they actually work. And it's the software writers themselves, the originators of the crypto, that, yes, can make billions and have made billions. Like, this one that blew up, that was Anderson Horowitz out in Silicon Valley. And, if you don't know Anderson, bottom line, he's the guy that invented Netscape. And Netscape, of course, went south when, Microsoft took him out. But, the bottom line is it's pretty amazing how these actually work. And, this particular coin was paying, bottom line, 20%. And no one can pay 20%. I mean, it's like not even close. Anyway, read the article so you can really get an understanding inside of the crypto market, how it works. And I think you'd be pretty happy. It absolutely blew my mind that on a continual, so picture. The original crypto goes like this. The original crypto, folks, has to do with, liberty, being a libertarian, that you don't have to deal with banks, you don't have to deal with regulations, you don't have to deal with anything, okay? That being said, that it doesn't work that way. That's the reality. The way it works is that whoever creates it creates as many as they'd like. They only put so many out in the marketplace, and then they just keep feeding it, and they feed right into it. The name of the article is, let me get it again. What did I just do here? 1 second, I got it. Because this is really cool. 1 second, top. Here it is right here. The name of the article, no. Oh, so listen to this. This is crazy. Since that article was written last night, okay? And inside of that article, there's another crypto, DEI, that they were talking about, that Terra was trying to go against. Well, DEI lost its peg to the dollar about 2 hours ago. So first read, 1 second. Let me get to that one's up there now. Where is this one? Oh, there it is right here. Okay. So, nope, not that one. 1 second. Oh, come on. Another stable coin. Okay, I will get the name of that article again. Oh, no, here it is. I got it. Great. Okay, here it is. The name of the article is Crypto Hedge Fund Head Predicted $60 Billion Implosion. That's it. Check it out, man. We just had everyone in the office read it because it is phenomenal. I mean, you'd never put a dime into crypto. I mean, what's a mind blower here is that it is a true Ponzi scheme, period. The guy even says it. It's like, who's holding the bag? So the key is, and this guy that was writing, that they were interviewing, was saying that most people understand it. Well, I don't think most people understand it. I think probably 99.9% of the people don't understand it, but they've seen, a lot of greed, a lot of money being made very quickly. Anyway, it's a great article. Great article. Now, let's go over and take a look at this gold market, man. This is going to be kind of interesting, because what we do have is that, the gold market did its ABC structure down, rejected lower price, and as I said a little bit earlier in the update, and it had lighter volume. Now, that's very hard to do, folks, because normally what ends up happening, as you're diving down to lower price, your volume explodes. Well, in this particular case, they didn't have any more buyers. Any more sellers, and buyers came in. So that, to me, is going to be a valid bottom, and it's a beauty, too, because the last swing low was 1783. This went to 1785, $2 above it on the active contract. It's going to have dramatically light volume, 151,000 contracts. So now it's going to be a shot to go higher. Now, if that's the case, and we go over to the dollar, that is saying that this dollar is going to have a major meltdown. And, thus far, the dollar's only gone one way. And we take a look at the dollar the last 4 months, we've gone from 94 up to 104. So it is a monster number. And then if we take the dollar, you can see that the dollar broke out last week. And this breakout of the dollar and a breakdown of the euro is pretty dramatic. You can see how it's set up. Now, if this is going to be a 3-day wonder, we're going to find out the end of this week. Because if we end the dollar at 103.820 by the end of the week, you get a failure. And yes, I would, the bottom line, I would be saying that, if you're looking at the gold market, the GDX right now, wouldn't be a bad place to go. Individual equities, I kind of like better, but, the GDX is not bad. I'd want more volume in it right now, but we know that if, in fact, the gold market is bottoming, you'll get some movement. And, when I was talking to Dave Mazza a little bit earlier, folks, he brought up the aspect, okay, so we're in a down market. And you think, in an inflationary market, right? So you'd think that, okay, gold would move, and it didn't. What I've found out is this, is that the deviance inside the market is unbelievable, and it always has been. Will gold move fundamentally against inflation? To me, that's 100% positive. Just matters when. Because if you stick, what I've found out is this, if you have certain, fundamental beliefs, okay, it's your money, so you got to figure, but if you stick with them, fundamentally, gold has worked for hundreds of years. So to me, it's like, okay, it's just going to be a matter of when it goes, not if it goes. Because inflation's not going away. What did happen today, if you saw that New York Empire number, they're all making excuses for it, but that number went down dramatically. And one of the parts that went down dramatically, well, it didn't go up as dramatically, was the construction business. They were pushing this. The construction business was a good deal because it went up 2,000 jobs. That being said, you start digging into those numbers, and guess what? This slowdown has already started. Dow Industrials right now up 44, Nasdaq's down 131, S&P's off 12.5. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's up 35, Nasdaq's down 139, S&Ps are off 14. Let's go over and take a look at SCCO first. I'm going to go to TGB and take a look at that, but Southern Copper is the one you want to look at even when you're trading Taseko, which is TGB. So Southern Copper, this is the largest copper company in the world, lows 53, the highs 80. Now, the reason that I'm bringing this up first, I followed this in the gold report, okay? And I was kind of in shock this morning looking at this. Not shock. I mean, that'd be hard to freaking shock me, and I've been in this market so long. But I was definitely surprised that this came down with so much force. So when we take a look at this, what you're going to see, whoops, let's put that on there, get that volume in there. There it is. Okay, so put this on a weekly for a second. So you can see that you broke the bottom of this consolidation with volume. That, folks, is not cool. So the consolidation I'm talking about is $54.92 on a weekly, right? Bottom line, we came down with 10 million shares, breaking that 5.3. So it's like, okay, man, this thing looks to me that 49 is game, maybe 43 is game, okay? Now let's go over to Taseko, because Taseko, large copper aspect inside it, right? Bottom line, you know, this is up today, but this also came down hard, as did, you know, all the metal stocks, okay? But this also broke its consolidation. It's like, okay, man, you're coming into, you know, its strength. There's no doubt. It came into where it broke out from, going all the way back to March of 2021. That area, there was $1.38. We got down to $1.30, and we rejected it. If you're looking at this stock, if you're a bull in the stock, right, what you want to see is this. You want to see this come down, test the low. That's a high volume low now. That's what you want to see happen. Now, let's go over and just go to the copper market. And this is going to be all about China, folks, okay? Because the bottom line is that you have China slowing down in an incredible way. I mean, they don't want to open these markets. HG. Okay, so here's the copper contract. Right now, copper's up 3.5 cents. Copper's come down from, well, the last high was breaking highs 501. You're at 420. Let me put this on HG1. I'm going to put it on a generic contract because we could tie together a few months and see how this is shaking. Okay, so now I'm going to turn around, put this on first a 3-year weekly. And you're going to see, I mean, this thing is still looking pretty good. Because the bottom of the consolidation is 396, and we got down to 405. That being said, this is telling me that we're going to be back down at these levels. You know, this has been a consolidation for a long period of time. You know, we did have a high about 3 months ago at that 501. But I'd let this test out the bottoms first before you dive into these copper stocks. Because this is a situation that you really, you know, I've told you many times, technically I like it, but when you put together the fundamental aspect of what's happening in China, well, it totally makes sense because China is the biggest buyer of copper, folks, okay? So China's economy has been locked down and been locked down for quite some time, Okay, so it's going to make a difference. So, yeah. Our own markets here, let's go look at the Qs for a second. I want to see if these got all over the highs. I don't think the Qs did, which will help it, actually. Okay, so the Qs didn't. Okay, the high on Friday was 302.999. Yeah, we only got to 302.26. So the Qs are going to be backing down with light volume. Okay? Now, the SPYs are a different ballgame because that's when I started the program. The SPYs had to close over the highs, and we're not going to see that. You know, bottom line, it was going to be a one-day wonder on Friday of that acceleration on the way up. And if this is what it is, if this is ever the C point of the ABC down, folks, it's going to be really sick. Because, you know, you're talking about 29, what did I say? You get a 45 A to B. That's going to bring you down to about 350. But I think what's going on down there is that's where those big swing points are. Is that right here? Yeah, it is. It is. This is where we're going. We're coming. This is going to be sick, man. This is going to be quite a deal. So 352 is the highs from November of 2020. These things are lining up like this. You know, if you don't have my book, folks, it's pretty easy to, go to Amazon. It's the Art of Timing the Trade, just to understand ABC structures up and down. Trust me, when you get a fast market like this, you want to know how they work. TWTR. Now, good old Elon Musk taking everyone to the cleaners. Twitter's down $3.30, $37.42. There's plenty of folks, I suspect, that, went up there. I mean, this stock went all the way up to $54. The buyout was $54. Now this thing is going all the way back to 31. And the thing that's amazing on this, Musk did come out today, actually just about an hour ago, and say that Musk, here it is right here. Musk floats the idea, strokes speculation that he would seek to renegotiate this takeover of Twitter, saying a viable deal, a lower price wouldn't be out of the question. Of course it wouldn't be out of the question. The bottom line is that if he hadn't come in with the bid of $54, it was just when the market started tanking. I suspect Twitter would be worth $20. I mean, it's that dramatic. So, whether he's going to give up there's a penalty if he doesn't close the deal. And maybe they'll just take it's over $1 billion, but maybe they'll just take the penalty and go from there, So, pretty wild. Let's go to the Dow Industrials, and let's see how these guys have set up. Because what we're going to see out here, we got Home Depot coming out with numbers. We got Lowe's coming out with numbers. They're both Dow stocks. Okay, so that's not holding price. That could over the highs. They're going to close under the highs of Friday. That's 33,276. Yep. And then let's go look at Lowe's. When are they coming out with numbers? So they're coming out with numbers Wednesday. And you're at 194. This is down from 263. $208 was the breakout area. We did 187. And 182 is the... Okay, so when you see a high volume swing low, this is still a breakout, but the bottom line is that you can see the amount of volume there. That's like saying, hey, man, 182 is game. So, number-wise, revenue, they're looking to bring in $23.8 billion and $323 to the bottom line. They're looking for an acceleration. And supposedly, HD, this should be one of their better quarters. Home Depot, we're going to do Home Depot as soon as they come back. Stay right there, folks.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
With market volatility roaring back in April, Larry Pesavento has just announced a 5-hour live trading webinar coming up on May 17th. Larry Pesavento is a 56-year trading veteran and has mastered his trading skills through many different market fluctuations. Join Larry on May 17th as he hosts a live 5-hour trading webinar from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Time, giving you insight into how he analyzes the market and decides his plays. Larry will delve deep into the ABCD trading pattern, explaining how to structure your trading day, the times most likely to generate signals, which signals to ignore, and how to use the pattern to mitigate risk. In this all-day 5-hour live trading webinar, take a seat by Larry's side as he trades the markets real time, including the Dow and S&P 500E mini, crude oil, natural gas, gold, treasury bonds, wheat and soybeans, the euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar yen, and more. If you've ever wanted to get inside the mind of a market master, you cannot miss this live trading webinar. To sign up today, just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 49, Nasdaq's down 135, S&P's up down 13. And, you know, I was giving out that article, folks, and I didn't understand that a lot of these can't pull it up. I'm going to read that full article when I start the show tomorrow. And I just had another writer from Bloomberg send me another article about crypto. So I think what we'll do, the first segment tomorrow, you know, I'll go over the market, but the first segment tomorrow, we'll go through the whole thing so you can kind of see it. It's unbelievable, folks. I mean, it's just mind blowing. It's like crazy. What blows my mind about it is that they're all out and out Ponzi schemes. I mean, like nothing. Like, yeah. I mean, it's like there's nothing real. There's nothing real to it. I mean, I knew you couldn't touch it and all that, okay? And because I didn't understand it, you know, there's plenty of things that you do and you understand that I've been doing this long enough that I stay in my own sandbox, period. You know what I mean? And so, but we will start the show off tomorrow. I'll do the update, and then we're going to read that through so that you can really, and I'll read it really slow so you can really get to understand and the explanation. And the guy does a great job, and meaning, well, he should do a great job because he owns a crypto fund. I don't know how people would invest in a crypto fund after that, but it's pretty cool that he really walked through the writer how the cryptos work. And I'm talking about all cryptos, okay? Because it's all a perception. So tomorrow we will kick it off, with that article that they wrote. Out here today, the bottom line is going to have a failure. It'll be interesting. Oh, here, we got to do Home Depot because Home Depot's coming out with numbers also. So we take a look at Home Depot, and the low's 280, the high's 420. That's trading at 296 right now. The 300 area that it broke was pretty serious business. If we pull this back up, you're going to see, bottom line, put this on a weekly. And, this equity here, my take is this equity wants to get a 246. So no matter what they come out with, my take is that this thing's going lower. Don't forget about Larry's workshop, folks. You can sign up. If you're going to sign up, go over there right now. TFNN, that's starting tomorrow morning. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. Come back and visit Tommy tomorrow morning. Kicks us off 9 o'clock in the morning. Great show, folks. Go get him, folks.